guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm showing you how to make this card. So I'm taking a slimline card base. The link is in my description, guys. I don't actually know the size, but what I've done is I've taped off a border around the edge, so it's 1 centimeter from the top and the bottom, but half a centimeter to half an inch. I don't really know, you'll see the measurements on the camera, but I'm just going to be taking the Heffy Doodle Yappy Happy. This is my only Heffy Doodle stamp that I've got at the moment. I am looking into purchasing some in the future, but I'm going to be using Peanut Brittle from MEMENTO ink. Also, I do apologise if you can hear my fan. So today when I'm editing this, basically we have high thunderstorms and heavy rain showers scheduled, and literally I just ran from my dad's to my mom's to make sure my mom's kitten's okay, and I swear to God she is not a normal kitten. Like, she's not even affected by it. Like, I'm like, what? Like, the thunder was that loud it made me jump. Like, it was nuts. But it's still really warm, so that's why my fan's still on, by the way. Anyways, I'm just ink blending around the edges. So this card is actually inspired by a picture that I found on Google. I just typed in Yappy Happy by Heffy Doodle and this one came up. The only difference is the one that they made was actually a winter themed one, where I didn't really theme it for anything. So one of my friends on Instagram and on Facebook asked me to join this hop, so I'm not entirely sure what the hop's for off by heart, but all I know is you had to use a Heffy Doodle stamp and create something. So originally I was going to use one that I've already done and then just add the details, but I keep looking at this in my scrapbook that I have, which is for inspiration, and I'm like, I'm gonna make that card someday. So I decided to make it when I got asked to join that. I'm also sorry for my lighting on my camera, guys. It sort of keeps fading in and out. Like, I think my auto brightness is on again, because if you look at my hands, 1 minute they're like normal shade of human hand color and then they're really dark. Or maybe that's just because my brightness is like way down. Let's turn my brightness up. But I do have bruises on my hands, so maybe that's what it is as well. But yeah. So once I've finished doing that, I'm just going to stamp my images. And I did make an error with my ink blending, so I'm not 100% great at ink blending with colouring in. So basically I coloured in the big post box with 3 different shades of orange, and I just didn't like the outcome, so I ended up stamping them again. So you'll see what I meant, because you'll see me colour it in and then you'll see a different one appear. But yeah, once I finish colouring in, I just coordinate with the dies and cut them out. So here is my attempt at the 3 shades. As you can see, I did a little like a swatch, I guess you could say, and it looked great, but just getting them to blend together is not my good thing. I really should talk to Claire about that. She's really great at it, so maybe I'll ask her. But yeah, so I'll insert some music and a time frame of what to skip to for after the colouring, so I will speak to you soon. finished colouring in and die cutting everything, this is what I ended up with. And I'm just going to work out the placements for everything. And the best thing about the stamp set by Heffy Doodle is it actually cuts out little slits in each of the mailboxes and postbox, so you can put any of the envelopes that come in the set into it, so it looks like it's being half posted, half not. Or you could leave them blank, that's up to you. But yeah, I love how that works. So I kind of wish they did a cat version of the stamp set as well, but unfortunately they don't. A friend of mine did tell me they'd do something similar, but not to the same effect like I want, so I might actually get in contact with Heffy Doodle themselves and see if we can figure it out. But yeah, so the best thing about this sending sentiment from the stamp is it actually comes with a coordinating die as well, and that came in handy for me because I stamped it the first time, and obviously normally I will always double stamp everything, but for some reason this stamp just wanted to move, so obviously it destroyed the card and I was so annoyed. Then I remembered, like, obviously it has a coordinating die, so I could stamp it again and just stick it over the top and you wouldn't even notice. So I did make a mistake, but I don't think you'd be able to tell if I didn't tell you. So, but there you go, it magically fixed itself. So I started to use my Tombow Mono Aqua Glue. So normally my go-to glue is Multi-Matte Medium, but recently I did a glue comparison video, and basically I tried different price ranges and different recommendations because I put a story up over on my Instagram and also in a Facebook crafting group of what people's favourite glue was, and I basically found all the ones that were most common and the ones that I could actually get a hold of. And the cheapest one I actually used in that video I think was like maybe £2.20. So obviously the cheapest glue I have in my supply set is actually Dove Crafts glue. I pay £1 for that, but I didn't actually compare those because obviously you'll see them in my videos somewhere along the line anyways. So basically the cheapest one I used in that comparison video was £2.20 and the most expensive was £9.99. So I tried finding glues that were available to everybody no matter what part of the world you're in. The only one I could not find in the UK was the Burrs glue, which is a white bottle with a green label, and I couldn't find it, so that really sucked. And I just need to close my window because it started to rain again. So right now we're in the middle of we just got rid of the heat waves last week, but this week we're having different sorts of weather, so it's really confusing. But today we have thunderstorms and lightning showers. It's really confusing. Anyways, I literally rushed around here from my dad's to my mom's. I got like soaking wet because the only thing that was on my mind is my mom has a 10-week-old kitten right now, and I was like, she must be terrified because God, it scared me, and I'm human and I know what it is. And I rushed around here, and when I got here she was just chilling out, like didn't even bother her, and I'm like, are you for real right now? What the hell just happened? So yeah, she's not a normal cat. Anyway, I'm just bringing in some embellishments. So these stars are actually from my local supermarket. So my local supermarket, I actually have 3 close to me. So I have Tesco's, Morrison's and Aldi all in like walking distance for me, which is kind of great. But these actually came from Morrison's, so I couldn't find them for you guys to link, but basically they're actually classed as table confetti in the party section, so maybe just check that out. So basically my Morrison's is having a new theme put in, I guess you could say. So all of the table decorations and party supplies are all gold, silver or rose gold. They don't actually have any other colors. So they were actually selling everything off on the cheap, and I think these stars cost me like 30p for a pack of like 100 grams. So I am not going to complain. I just transferred them into these little containers that I got a while ago. So originally I bought those for like, I think it was like lipstick, like, you know, when your lipstick breaks or a lip balm and you just need to refill it. So anyways, I'm just gluing those down, and I felt like something was missing. So I brought in my Wink of Stella pen, which is the clear one, and basically you'll see me struggle in a second trying to get it out without the brush tip on, but What I didn't realise is that you... Oh, and there was me just trying to think, do I do shading or don't I? I didn't want to ruin the card, so I didn't bother, but you can always add shading if you want. But for some reason, my Wink of Stella pen would not give. It was so annoying. I was so pissed. But anyways, my thing's probably going to be age restricted now that I said that. So I just brought in a fine line black pen just to write the word post. Now my handwriting when I'm on camera is absolutely hideous. But when I'm off camera I can take my time and not worry about it. So I used glossy accents for the dog's noses, and I just thought that was so cute. And I also used it for the paw on one of the envelopes, but apart from that I really didn't do anything. So yeah. So eventually I got my Wink of Stella pen to give me the liquid on my acrylic block. Now that was inspired by Richard from 88 and Clear. So basically he has something called Dazzling Pat, which is kind of like a Wink of Stella, but his is a liquid form, and you know, it's like a nail polish bottle. It's the best way to explain it. But I wanted to add something to the card, and I was going to do ink splatters, and I just didn't want to ruin my card, so I thought do Wink of Stella splatters and see if it works. And let me tell you, it looks amazing. It looks so much better in person than what it does on camera, so I'm kind of annoyed that it doesn't pick up on camera, but yeah. So this is actually for a hop that one of my friends over on Instagram has organised, and I asked her to let me know the next time she did one, because the last time I kind of was added last minute. So yeah, so make sure you go over to Instagram to follow along with that hop, because I believe there is a giveaway for Heffy Doodle. So the only thing we had to do was create a card using a Heffy Doodle stamp, and this is the only one I own. So I do need to buy some more. So if you are a fan of Heffy Doodle, let me know down in the comments what your favourite one is, and maybe I'll purchase it. But other than that guys, that's it for the video. Make sure you like, subscribe and comment. Go over to my Instagram and follow along with the hop, and I'll see you in my next video guys. Stay safe and happy crafting!